Hey guys, Manga Comics here with another comic book haul. And before we got into that, I want to thank some people for subscribing to me. And starting with Nick Musum, Lecha Mueller, Cvale 38625, Kingpin PKR 316, Comic Hoarder 410, D. Edwards, and KKN Comics. So yes, thanks guys for subscribing to me, and I'll be leaving links down in the description for your channel, so yeah, be sure to check them out as well. Now let's get on to this comic haul. First up I got this week was Amazing X-Men number 6. Yeah, so got this mainly because my niece likes Mystique, so yeah, I wanted to get it for her, and you know, I checked it out and it was actually a really good issue. I might start picking up this series and get the first 5 also. Then I got Wolverine number 4. This is part 404 of Rogue Logan. So yeah, this is going to be the conclusion to at least the first arc. Alright, so interested to see how that goes. Then we have Miss Marvel number 3. You know, wearing her new costume. I guess they're changing it, you know, since she's a younger girl. The original Miss Marvel costume was kind of, you know, I guess really for adults. So but this actually looks cool. It looks like it's more for her anyway, so that'll be cool. And I got Deadpool vs. Carnage number 2. This is actually going to be a limited series, which I found out today, so that's cool. And it comes out every week, and I think it's a 4 issue. So if you guys want to pick that up, I definitely would. You know, it's just a good story. Then got Batman Eternal number 2. Yeah, so seems it's moving, it's progressing, I'll say. So I'm gonna keep picking this up. I didn't get Batman number 30 because my shop didn't, I guess something happened with their shipment, so they didn't get Batman number 30, nor did they get Spider-Man number 30, Superior Spider-Man number 31. So I'm gonna have to probably go check back tomorrow and see if they'll have those. So yeah. Then that was the last new comic I got. And then I didn't get Superior Spider-Man number 30, but they did get some more annuals in of number 2. And back in a couple of videos ago, I said that my shop ran out of these really fast, so I was very happy I was able to pick this up for cover price. And then I wanted to show off some special books I got that I hadn't seen really anybody on YouTube show, or you know, you guys may have them but just haven't shown them yet. But I decided I was going to show mine because yeah. And so yeah, I'm going to just start showing them. This is Justice League starring Avengers. And George Perez did the art for this, so you know, he's one of my top artists. So yeah, I like his artwork for this comic. It was actually good. So that was number 1, and I also picked up number 2, number 3. It's a lot of characters, and number 4. And so yeah, you know, if you guys go look online for these are very tough to find for a decent price, especially for a set. Somebody was selling these, all 4 of these as a set together, so I was actually really lucky. And you know, I think they had it on the buy now, I can't remember, but yeah. And So I paid $14.95 for all 4 of these, and so whoops. Sorry about that. If I open this up and show you the guys this. Yep, $5.95, so almost $6 for each of these. So I paid less than cover price for all 4 of them, which is definitely a win for me. So yeah, and I actually read the story to this, and so it was actually pretty good. It you know, the way they meet up is very cool. Yeah, there's these 2 guys, the Grand Master for the Marvel world, and then this other guy comes along named Krona, who's searching for the answers to the universe. You know, why is everything here, basically? And the Grand Master says he knows someone old enough who's been around long enough to know that answer, and the person he's talking about is Galactus. And so they make a wager between the Avengers and the Justice League of letting them do basically a scavenger hunt for some pretty large items, such as, you know, like the Infinity Gauntlet and things like that around. So, and they have to find 12 items, and whichever team, the Justice League or the Avengers, finds the most items, that's the ones who win it. The Grand Master has to bet on the Justice League, and Krona bets on the Avengers winning. So whichever team wins, if Krona won, the Grand Master would have to send him to Galactus so he could get his answers. And if Krona lost and Grand Master won, then he would have to leave their universes and go search for answers somewhere else. So it's a good read, you know. A lot of funny things happen in between the teams, you know. So yeah. And then after I got all 4 of these, you know, and they're pretty thick too. So yeah, that's a spine on it. So for a second, I almost thought they were trades. They were so thick. But so after I got all 4 of these books, I got a recommendation from eBay on something else I might want to bid on, and they sent me these. So I saw, and you know, no one else was bidding on them, and I looked at the description and everything. So I said, yeah, why not? It's another Marvel versus DC, and this one's from 1996. So this is another just, you know, competition between them. And also read these, and this one was really cool, you know. Let me show you something right quick too, because I thought it was pretty cool, you know. Gonna stop saying, you know. So for these, there was actually, no, this is number 4. For these matchups, they actually allow people to for each issue decide who was gonna win each matchup, you know, like Aquaman and Namor versus each other. So that was pretty cool, and it's in the first issue where they actually show that. And the guy who I got these from, thankfully didn't send his in. So, you know, you could vote, you know, Batman versus Captain America, who you thought would win, Hulk versus Superman, and he didn't send his in. And you could also email who you thought would win each one, so that was cool. And he didn't send his in, and I'm glad, because that would have ticked me off a bit. I would have had to go search for another copy of this issue because it's you know, I just thought it was incomplete. So yeah, this was a good read. You know, Superman, the heroes and villains just kept popping up at different places. So everybody just ended up fighting. Wolverine looks a little weird in this shot, but it's crazy because this is the only time he looks like that. So yeah, this is, you know, and this is Tim Drake Robin too. So I like this scene. It was, yeah, it's right here where nope, I'm gonna have to put that back later. Where, you know, Batman, he just tells Bullseye, he says, if you hurt the boy, I'm your worst nightmare. I am the Batman. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I laughed at that. And you know, yeah. Peter Parker even hits on Lois Lane in this comic. So just little things like that. And yeah, at the back there's also these stats on each of the heroes, you know, in the bios on them, like when they first appeared in comics, different things like that. So yeah, and yeah, and Hulk weighs quite a lot. So yeah, so I picked these up for $20 for all 4 of them. So I made out pretty well there, to say, you know, they're hard to find online. I've seen other people selling these, and they are selling just a single issue for about $10. So yeah, I definitely made out well here. And yes, this was my comic haul for this week. So you know, thanks guys for subscribing, and you know, if you guys can find these books for cheap, I definitely pick them up. You know, whether you want to just read or collect them, you can't go wrong. So okay guys, that'll be my video for this week. So Manga Comics signing out.